My name is Melissa. I'm a mom of two little girls, 4 and 7. I'm a wife, and I'm also a kindergarten teacher. And on July 16th, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I wanted to start this channel to help others who are also going through the same journey that I'm about to go on, or might be going through it in the upcoming years. I also wanted to do this to inform my family and friends of my journey and different things that I'm going to be going through. So I'm going to start with the beginning. I think it was the end of June. I was laying in bed with my daughter, and my hand just swiped over a part that felt really hard and different. And I instantly thought that didn't feel right at all. But I just kind of waited a few days, and it still felt pretty hard and kind of felt a little bit bigger. So I made an appointment to see my PCP, and when she did the examination, she was not concerned at all. She said that it was mobile and moving around, so she had no concerns. She also was kind of very nonchalant about doing a mammogram. So kind of left it up to me. So I chose to do it because I am 40. And I did it that day. Within less than a week, I got a call that they would like to have another mammogram at the hospital that had more magnifications. And I didn't think anything of it at that time either. They just explained that this is what they do with people that have never had a mammogram before. This is my baseline, so they just need to really get a good clear picture. And then within a couple of days after that, they called me again and told me that they found 3 calcium deposits and that they would like to do a biopsy on them. And I mean, I was a little bit more concerned, but I still was not too concerned about it. My husband and I worried a little bit, but I went in and did it, which was in itself interesting. It was more in depth than I thought it would be. And so they told me that they were going to call me within 3 to 5 days. And so we were going to be going camping that weekend. And of course, we thought, this is going to be a long weekend to wait for the news and all that. But the next day, I got a call from my PCP again. And she wanted to be the first one to tell me. So she did tell me that all 3 biopsies had cancer in them. And she said the next step would be that oncology would be calling me. I honestly can say before this, I didn't even know what an oncologist did. This is how far removed from cancer that I have been. But I've learned a lot in the last month. So I waited. This call that she gave to me was around 2:00. So I didn't really call anyone that day. By the time I could make a phone call and gather myself, the day was, pretty much over. So I called in the morning and left a message, and someone did get a hold of me. And my PCP had told me one thing about it. She said it's in situ. I had no idea what that meant, but I Googled it and found out that it means that it's growing from the same area or staying in the same area that it grew from. So when I got a call the next day, she explained to me that in all 3 biopsies, it was called invasive and in situ ductal carcinoma. So, hearing the word invasive is not something you want to hear. She did tell me that not to worry about that word, but that it meant that it was peeking out of the ductal walls a little bit. So the weekend was quite interesting, but luckily we're going camping and we still did that. So that kind of took my mind off of it. And then the next week I met with the surgeon, the radiologist, oncologist, and the medical oncologist. And so each visit was just a little bit more information. The first one, she did tell me my cancer was HER2 positive, which I really didn't know much about. But it is a little bit more severe than the most common. And so she also told me that my hormone receptors were negative, which she did not explain that they're supposed to be positive. I was thinking, oh, negative, good. So the next day when I met with the radiology oncologist, he explained more in depth. And I was under the impression that I might not need chemotherapy because I had asked the surgeon and she said it's not off the table. So she was just being like kind of soft with me. And so he straight up told me, you will. I don't know how you can get around this kind of cancer and not do chemotherapy. So that was quite a shock to me. And of course, my first thought is I don't want to lose my hair. And so that took a little while to get over, and I'm still, dealing with that a little bit. But so she told me that it's a really hard regimen, and that it would be that some people don't even get through it. So that wasn't easy to hear either. So this was quite a lot for 1 week. But I have a huge support system that I am so thankful for. I have an amazing husband who has been there for every step of the way so far, and we haven't even been that far. I have tons of family and friends who have checked in, and for me, that's what I need. I know some people want to be left alone during this kind of time, and I enjoy talking to my family and my friends, and it did take up quite a bit of my time. I was trying to fill everyone in after each visit. So I didn't do the best with my kids. I put them on the iPad or TV for a little bit, and probably more than I should, and definitely more than normal, but it was just what I needed to do. So I just appreciate all of the support that I have so far, and my husband we've been through a roller coaster. We have our ups and downs, we have our strong days and our days that are not. But we are taking one day at a time, and I just appreciate all of the support that everyone has given me. So I'm hoping to do a bunch of videos. The next one I think I'm going to do on all the doctor's visits that I have been on for people who are maybe experiencing this, I've watched other people's videos and they've been super helpful to just know the steps that are coming. And I know not everyone's journey is the same, but it was helpful to know, some information of someone else who's been going through it also. So I'm going to do a video on that, and I'm going to do a video on my second opinion. Because before this, I didn't even know that you should get a second opinion, but everyone informed me and I did. And I will also be doing videos on different things like chemo, how to deal with it with the kids. And I'm sure I'll come up with things along the way. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like.